This is a situation where I feel like as every car enthusiast, you never want to go through it. You never want to hear your homies go through it. Unfortunately, Cheyenne's girlfriend, Allie, called me letting me know that Cheyenne got into a car accident and that the car is a write-off now. So we're pulling up to the accident and I already saw photos. Grab the left lane. I already saw the photos of how bad the car is. It's a total loss. There's no way to save that thing. But we're going to try and help get that car towed and yeah, just like figure it out from here, man. We're here with everybody and this car is unfortunately absolutely gone. I just don't know what to say. Like, I feel really bad for Cheyenne because he's worked on this car for so many years. Like, him and I have met off of this car and it's a write-off. Like, but the one thing I was saying was that I usually hate when people put roll cages in the car, but he has a half cage. But that actually might have helped save him because when you look at where everything is crushed, he hit really hard on the rear quarter, but then it just kind of like stops where the points of the roll cage connect. So like, it's 50-50, man, where, yeah, roll cages in street cars aren't exactly safe, but it might have saved him. So it's one of those things. But I've already spoke with Victor at Miami Z Parts, who's been working on this car with Cheyenne for years too. And I think what the goal can be is to surprise him with reshelling this car into a new chassis, because when you look at the car, like almost everything looks fine. Of course, like motor has to come out, make sure the piping and well, voice crack, make sure the piping and the intercooler and stuff like is fine, but it literally looks 100% okay. So if we can take this and move it to something else, we can give him a running car and then he has to figure out the aesthetics. Like, he can rebuild the exterior super easy, but getting a Greddy twin turbo kit, a built motor, and obviously the turbos, I believe those were a little bit upgraded too. Like, for a new build, it would be insanely hard and expensive. So there's a lot to salvage here. Alright, so it's been a little hot minute, but now we're gonna get the car up on a flatbed so that way we can get this thing going. But I was more worried about the intercooler because obviously, you know, expensive kit and such, but thankfully they're helping me out to help preserve the car as much as possible. So let's get it on a flatbed and get it home. Oh yeah, something's leaking. Damn. Alright. I mean, fuck it, we can only do so much, you know what I mean? But it looks like it's working now.
Yeah, it doesn't look that bad.
That just might be power steering, I think, so.
Yeah.
I think it's power steering.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now it's working.
Perfect.
It's like power steering and oil too.
Yeah. I think it's just all power steering, thankfully.
Yeah, no, I can see it over there.
Yeah, you can smell it. It's not that bad. Yeah, because that's where the power steering reservoir is over there, so.
Yeah, because the control arm is leaking, so.
Yeah, so what sucks is the car doesn't want to go sideways and get straight onto the flatbed, obviously because of reasons. So they're going to try to get creative to, I don't know what they're going to do it, but we need to get it shifted over.
Dale. Como los hombres, compadre. Espérate.
Dale más. Ya. Un poquito más, dale un poquito más.
Un tip más, José.
Ya, ya.
it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, it's on.
All you I see is only power steering.
Yeah, it's just power steering.
Yeah.
All right, load it up. Strap this thing down, get it over to Vic's. Because, damn, dude, this thing got fucked, dude. Damn, bro. Jeez. All right, bro, that's it. So now they're gonna take that thing out. We'll get it to Vic's shop, and then me and my girl, we will head the hell out. I don't know, we did figure this out. We'll definitely reshell it, but I just gotta talk with Vic and see what the action plan is. But shout out to every single person that was here, and like also the roadside assistance people and all that. They were fire. All right, so no glamorous video for this one. It's just it's literally just unfortunate. So while I'm editing this, I realized that I didn't even talk about the condition of Shayan and how he's doing. He is pretty banged up. The specifics of it, obviously, I'm gonna keep his health stuff personal. It's up to him if he ever wants to talk about it, but you know, it's just concerning because Shayan has been my best friend for years, and he has been there for me literally for like financial, emotional, like anything that was needed. So of course it's a big concern getting a call from his girlfriend letting me know that he's been in an accident, and then obviously thankfully one of the first things that she confirmed is like he is okay in the sense of like alive. And then he got carted off to the hospital immediately. So they did their test, but like I said, it's up to him if he wants to talk about all that stuff. One thing that he threw out there, one thing that his girlfriend threw out there was if they wanted to start a GoFundMe. And, you know, for me, it's always 50-50 because I know it's a car build, and a lot of people I know there's going to be a lot of people that see this and say like, oh, it's not an emergency, which it's not. I think we can all agree. But the difference is that this is just something that the way that it makes sense to me in my head is that if anyone can help out for Shayan's GoFundMe, I'm going to put it in the link down below. So that way, in the description, so that way, you know, if you can help, great. If you can't, it's okay. Literally just liking, you don't even have to subscribe. I'm not even asking for you guys to subscribe, but if you show the YouTube algorithm with a comment and a like, that, you know, you're interested in this video, it helps get to more people. So that way there's more possibilities. But you know, I'm just glad he's okay. I know people are gonna look at the GoFundMe stuff and be like, you know, this is an emergency, like I said earlier, but it's just all about, you know, like that. I don't know. We just want to help him get his car back out there because he's been building this for 7 years. The car is how we met him. You know, like I met Shayan literally at a meet, and in a very funny way 7 years ago, man. And he's been building that car ever since. Him and I were, you know, got into tracking our cars, and then that was supposed to be his track car. And there was a lot of connections made through cars. And if you're not an enthusiast, then it's going to be very hard to understand. But when you are an enthusiast and you're constantly at meets or at race events or even just networking things where it's an industry thing, you know, such and such, like you realize like how like this inanimate basic object can bring so much unity. The car industry is a lot stronger and closer than people think. So Ali put it out there that, you know, maybe we should do the GoFundMe. I warned that, hey, you know, might have like a certain outlook, but in the end of the day, I'm always going to support my best friend and whatever's needed. And I know a lot of you guys love Shayan on the channel, and we want to really reshell the car. So this, like, it's a low amount to just get a car. But in the end of the day, I'm going to help put hands on it. Chris is going to help put hands on it. Manny, like literally our entire friend group is going to do whatever we can to try to keep labor costs down and all just use, you know, the friend group to get the car back together. So as long as we can secure that shell, we're golden. And yeah, we'll just get it going there. But, you know, like I said, I'm not even asking for a subscription in this video. It's very raw, just no music, no glamorous edits, none of that. Just straight to the point. If you can help, awesome. If you can't, it's okay. We understand the economy's tough. Just like and a comment helps like trick the algorithm into, you know, showing YouTube like, hey, this is an interesting video. So that way we can just help get Shayan across the finish line. That's all. So one thing I want to make clear before I let you guys go is that Shayan was not doing drag racing. He wasn't doing a pool, nothing. It was just like a weird circumstance. He doesn't even 100% know what happened. and you know he got banged up, so it's not like like he just can't recollect what happened entirely. And I know there's gonna be people assuming that it was racing or doing a pull or whatever because it is a fast car. He was really none of that. I've seen Shayan do some crazy things, and he's held it together very well. And not that it's impossible that it can happen, but thankfully he has had enough seat time in that car. He has enough driver ability where like he can save himself out of some pretty hasty situations. So I guess in the next video when we'll document this entire thing, we'll find out what happened and I'll tell you guys. But thank you guys for watching. Stay blessed, drive safe, and I'll see you on the next video.